What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going to be talking about NIO. Hopefully you did have a good weekend, and today we're going to discuss what happened and just basically the overall market conditions, because it was quite an interesting day to say the least. And actually NIO finally decided to show some strength when the market was pushing down. Now before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, guys, and let's get right into this video. So if you were watching the market today, specifically the big indexes like NASDAQ, SPY, and all of that, we pretty much bled and sold off the entire day. We bled, sold off, we were down like 180 points at one time. And then, towards the end part of the day, buyers showed up. So that was interesting to actually see on the NASDAQ, because we were actually not looking too hot there. Because we were selling off the entire day, just bleeding off like we do sometimes, and then it got bought right back up, and we actually still finished today red, but not nearly as much as what we were down at one time. So that was interesting to note indeed, guys, and I think that's trying to tell us, or at least give us an idea of what's to come tomorrow. So we know that the buyers showed up today, or at least some of them did, despite the sell-off we had. So what does that mean for NIO? So NIO, it was actually showing strength in the market while it was pushing down. So NIO was pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Market came down. NIO started pushing up again. So NIO finished the afternoon really strong. We barely had a top wick at all, which shows that there really wasn't any rejection at the end of the day or second part of the half. Keep in mind, these are 4-hour candles. So this is what happened. We opened up at what? Where did we open up? Right here at 33.30. So around that range, opened up there. And then we pushed up in the morning. Let me actually go down to the 15-minute time frame so we can actually get an idea of what happened. So today's May 17th, right? So we opened up right here. We opened up, pushed up the first 15 minutes like we did, came back down, and then around the 10 o'clock hour, pushed up, bled off for the rest of the day, bled off, started basing out. And then towards the end of the day, last hour or so, is when we really started to have that base and push up. So like I said, a lot of the action at the end of the day came the last hour, power hour. So power hour really showed up today and really started pushing us up. Now, just because NIO turned green today doesn't mean that we're anywhere close to a clear, right, guys? We're still in this slow bleed off. I mean, look at this, guys. We have just had a slow bleed off. This is horrible. This is horrible, guys, especially if you're holding it as a trader. This sucks, guys, to be frank. It just sucks because it's just bleeding off slowly. Yes, you get a couple good days, but for the most part, it's just a long, slow downtrend. Unlike when you have fast, rapid downtrends that happen, a couple days and it gets over with, this is different. This is more of a slow bleed off, like I mentioned, where it's prolonged, and that's obviously the worst because it takes a toll on you when you're watching NIO. Now, we did find a base right here. This is why I have this green line here at 31.82. We did find a base here, which was good. So that's our pivot point. That's one of the pivot points we have to watch now, since we got below this pivot point at 35.64. So 35.64 was the previous one. We touched here, we touched here, we touched here. So we knew this was an important area, and then unfortunately last week or the week before last, we broke underneath it, and then that's when we just continued our descent. But recently we found buyers here at this green line, 31.82, and it's trying to turn around from here. So in order for us to really continue up, the buyers need to start showing confidence. Right now, this could just still be this could be a lower high, meaning that we're still in a downtrend. It could just be something where we pop up and then come right back down. That's very possible, guys. But NIO has seen so much selling pressure recently, and compared to its all-time highs, that it's very unfortunate. So we just got to take this one day at a time when it comes to NIO. So what I'm looking for tomorrow is the continuation. So we kind of based out today. From Friday, we pushed up. Friday afternoon, we based out today and then pushed up. So we need to see this continue. So we got the base we're working with right now. Doesn't need to get below 33.08. Needs to stay above that. So we need to push up above from that. Ideally, we want to see us get back above 35.64. Now that would be probably almost a $2 move, give or take. But we definitely need to get up in there and above it. That's what my main focus is now. Is that going to happen tomorrow? Who knows? Could it happen more? Yeah, NIO's done $2 moves easily before, so it definitely could happen. But what I'd be on the lookout for is definitely the NASDAQ and how the overall market's looking, and also Tesla. Pay attention to how Tesla's acting. Tesla was pushing up this morning as well, sold off, and then it tried to recover some of its losses. So pay attention, guys, how Tesla is acting tomorrow, and that should be a really good giveaway of how NIO will hopefully act. They've been really relating to each other, and NIO's been following Tesla lately. So pay attention to Tesla more, guys, and the overall market conditions. Overall, I think we are starting to at least try to base out and start to push our next push upwards to really try to recover from these losses. But it is going to be a long process, guys. We still have a lot to go. There's a lot of room to cover, so definitely be on the lookout for that, guys. Other than that, appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.